In a previous mission, you learned the four very different forms of feedback that people are looking for when they ask, "How am I doing?" These same skills are called for in a career conversation, and their adept application is critical to maximizing success for you, the organization, and the employee. Let's look at how to use these four conversation skills to hold meaningful career conversations. Let's begin with appreciation. Beginning a career conversation with appreciation is usually a good place to start. Even if the person is underperforming or being coached out of their role, they are still a human being deserving of respect and appreciation. If they are meeting or exceeding expectations, expressing appreciation for their results, their hard work, and their contributions to the team creates a receptive toward state in the employee. This positive beginning and the psychological safety it creates in the employee will be helpful when you switch to discussing how performance can be improved. Remember to recognize the whole person. Results are important, but recognizing work ethic and effort can go a long way towards helping someone get into and maintain a growth mindset. The most important skill in giving recognition is to be sincere and specific, so that the employee knows which behaviors are most appreciated. After a sincere, appreciative opening to a career conversation, it can be a good time to shift into holding an evaluative conversation. It should come as no surprise that employees expect to hear how they are doing in a career conversation. Ambitious people want to advance in their careers, and if you are in a position of authority, they want your honest appraisal of where they stand. Even those without ambitious advancement goals want to know they are doing a good job and that their performance makes their employment secure. Here are some tips for making this part of the conversation more effective and meaningful. In the last mission, we discussed balance, balancing the employee needs and the company needs, what the employee wants to hear with what you want them to hear. You also want to balance their perception of their developmental edge with your own. That's why it can be helpful to ask them to self-evaluate before offering your appraisal. Their self-evaluation will tell you a lot about their self-awareness, how they view their contributions, and what they feel is next for them in their development and their career path. Your conversation should be focused on their future development. If they have struggled with past challenges, try to use that as a springboard for discussing how to succeed in the future. Evaluate with candor and honesty. Be specific about desired and undesirable performance, expectations, and consequences, both for success and failure. When discussing promotions and compensations, be careful to avoid making promises you can't keep. You can use a desire for promotion to discuss behavior they can work on to better prepare themselves for their next role. Neither you nor they have complete control over what the future may hold, but they do have control over their own development to prepare themselves for a better future. One last tip. You should be offering informal evaluation and assessment frequently, both to drive continual improvement and to avoid any big surprises during the more formal career conversations you hold. Evaluation naturally leads to coaching and mentoring conversations. Coaching is a great way to make a career conversation more meaningful. Coaching helps people to own their career path. Coaching is a great way to help people identify blind spots and areas for improvement they might not otherwise be able to see themselves. Coaching can also help people turn end goals, such as a promotion or a raise, into developmental goals that can get them to those end goals. You might say something like, "I can't promise when your next promotion will come, but I can help you prepare for it by working on the skills you can develop to be ready. What skills do you think will best prepare you for your next step?" The GROW coaching model you learned earlier works great in career conversations. The difference is you are often helping an employee think through long-term goals rather than a dilemma that's facing them in the moment. Let's look at some questions to help you coach your people to owning their career success. Here are some simple and effective examples of career coaching conversation questions that are focused on expanding and elevating the employee's thinking. Read these over and see which ones feel most natural to you. Many leaders find it useful to develop and write down a clear, positive list of questions that they are comfortable using to guide them in their career conversations going forward. In fact, that is one of the practice challenges we are about to give you. Create your own list of solution-focused questions that help your employees envision a positive future where they are fully engaged in their most important career development goals. We are also providing you with a complete set of example GROW coaching questions for each step in the coaching process. You can use them as they are, or download them and use them as a template to create your personal list of favorite career coaching questions that you feel will best fit your authentic coaching style. You'll get a lot of opportunity to try out your new questions in the coming weeks and months as you hold more frequent career conversations with your people. You can speed your progress by keeping your own list of favorite questions handy at your desk or on your computer screen. If you do that, you will quickly be able to find your own authentic flow and rhythm as you refine your skills in artfully asking powerful career questions. You will find the questions on this slide, as well as many other career coaching questions in a PDF file attached to this mission. Now, let's turn to the question of how much advice to give when holding career conversations. You know, it's pretty common for employees to ask your advice during career conversations. And there are times when giving your advice is perfectly appropriate. However, we will always recommend you try coaching before resorting to giving advice. We want our people to take ownership of their career and their development. That is best done by helping them set their own goals through coaching. They are also more likely to follow through and succeed when they come up with the way forward that works for them. After you've coached, you may advise judiciously, letting them know that what worked for you may not work for them. In summary, you can see that a great career conversation is one that is balanced. As the leader, your role is to lead the conversation smoothly and cleanly between the four major career conversation skills, balancing the needs of the company and the needs of the employee, as well as helping the employee take ownership for what they need to do to further their own development and their own career. Now, complete this mission by formulating your own favorite career questions.